Tonight we have another of our economic strengths presentations. As you may remember, in November, the City Council kicked off an initiative which includes a monthly review of the economic strengths which enrich the City of Schenectady. This review includes presentations by an array of economic contributors, including locally based corporations and industry, area business districts representing small and family-owned businesses, and other economic sectors from healthcare to service to education and nonprofits. These presentations highlight the economic impact these local businesses or organizations have on Schenectady's economy, including generated income, number of local jobs, innovation and production, along with a review of the history and future planning of the business. Tonight, the City Council is excited to announce we have Austin Fisher and Jennifer Jennings from the Schenectady Greenmarket to present as part of this series. Schenectady Greenmarket is a place to find fresh local produce and artisan goods, gather and socialize, and reconnect ourselves with our community and our environment. The market envisions a future in which it is an integral part of downtown's cultural landscape, connecting farm and city in a way that creates a responsible, sustainable food system. Schenectady Greenmarket is a grassroots organization representing a cross-section of Schenectady, including entrepreneurs, artists, farmers, public officials, activists, and ordinary citizens. Schenectady Greenmarket brings thousands of people to downtown Schenectady on a weekly basis. Local stores are adding Sunday hours and seeing sales and activity greater than expected. During the summer, vendors donate bushels of fresh produce and other food products to local organizations, including the City Mission and the Regional Food Bank of Northeastern New York. Please join me in welcoming Austin Fisher and Jennifer Jennings, representing the Schenectady Greenmarket.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Of course, you've now taken most of my presentation away by all that background information, so it'll be shorter than we expected. No, thanks again. So we're happy to be here. So a little bit of background information. Apologies for looking at my back, but I can't face two ways at once. The Greenmarket started over 5 years ago, 2008, really going into our 6th year. We celebrated our 5th year anniversary last November. Very exciting to all of us who were involved right from the get-go. A little hard to believe it was that long ago, but things have been going very well. No signs of let-up. Right from the beginning, this was a grassroots organization started by community members just interested in having a vibrant, healthy marketplace, a farmer's market in down Schenectady. We got together regularly at the time at Apostrophes over in Proctors, and before you know it, we had started our first market in November. We're organized as a charitable organization, 501c3. Initially, we get some seed money, startup money from both Metroplex, as well as a very generous donation from one of our board members. And to date, that's the only funding we've received. We've been self-sufficient from that time on, and we're quite pleased with that. So I'm going to read the mission statement one more time, which we've just heard. I'll give it one more go. I shouldn't have it memorized, but I don't. So the Schenectady Greenmarket is a place to find fresh local produce and artisan goods, gather and socialize, and reconnect ourselves with our community and our environment. We envision a future in which Schenectady Greenmarket is an integral part of downtown's cultural landscape, connecting farm and city in a way that creates a responsible, sustainable, and food system. So that's our goal. That's our vision. Every organization has a mission. That was ours. When I put this together, it occurred to me that we had said we envisioned that future. I truly believe that we've actually accomplished that now. That is a reality. So I think we're pleased to have accomplished that. But it's an ongoing effort. So we'll continue at it. So what do we do? How do we accomplish that mission? We do that through running a farmer's market. That's what you think of first and foremost. We don't consider ourselves just a farmer's market. We think we're a much broader organization, but certainly the market that we run every Sunday from 10 to 2 year-round is the most visible piece of what the Greenmarket's all about. It's run in the winter inside Proctors, which runs from 6 months from November to April, and then outdoors, the outdoor season just began recently, is right around City Hall, and that runs from May through October. We also have a number of other activities, including 3 annual events. We run in coordination with Proctors, an Outstanding in the Arcade event. This is, I think, the 2nd year going on the 3rd year. That's become quite successful and popular. We also have an annual garden party and a harvest dinner. All those events are fundraisers as well as promotion for the organization. Okay, so the things that we do. First of all, for those of you who are not as familiar with green markets as we are, there are different types of green markets. They're not all the same. They have different approaches, different requirements, and so on. We're a producer-only market. What that means is you have to make or produce what you sell at the market. You can't bring other people's products and resell them. So we want the actual producer of those products to be the ones that you are purchasing from. That applies mainly to farmers, but also to our craftspeople and others. What we have is extensive. We have all the standard fare, vegetables, fruits, flowers. We have cheese, wine, beer, crackers, bread. We have a number of prepared food vendors, which varies from indoor to outdoor seasons. We have high-end crafts. We have beauty and cleaning products. We also complement all of those saleable products with live music. We have children's activities, educational programs, community programming. And then, among other things, what I personally like most about the market is just a place to sort of gather and meet and socialize. You always see people there. I've never been to the market where I haven't bumped into a number of people I know, and so we feel that's very important. Okay, our goal is to serve the entire community, not a particular sector in any form, whether it's economic or otherwise. So we try and make our market as accessible to the entire community. Among other things, we accept electronic benefits, food stamps, to encourage those folks to, or at least make the market accessible to those as well. We have been very successful at that. Our sales over the last several years have increased by 50+%. We also make a lot of food donations. There's leftover produce at the market, and many of our vendors are generous enough to donate that to local organizations. So who are we? That is not me with the chicken on my head. That's one of our vendors. But what the Green Market is made up of, the people that makes this happen, would be a board of directors. There are roughly 20 of us. That varies over time. We're slowly shrinking the board down, because what makes our board a little different than some others is we're not only the board, but we're also the volunteers. We run the market all the time. And in the early days, we did everything. We had no paid staff, and we were the market. We're slowly changing that dynamic with Jennifer coming on board. We also have a full-time market manager, which is Jennifer Jennings right here. Started with us about a year ago, and that's working out very well. We're pleased to have that. It gives us a lot more capacity. We have a lot of vendors. We have about 70 vendors in both markets, so a total of about 140 vendors over the course of the year. We have a strong volunteer program that's growing, high school students and others. We have supporters, which I'll mention as well, and of course the customers in the community being a key part of any market. So the partners I mentioned before certainly include the city. Thank you for that. You've been an early supporter, and it's been very much appreciated. The DSIC, Downtown Schenectady Improvement Corporation, J Street Business Association, Metroplex, the Chamber, the county, the community college. MVP is a sponsor of ours this year, which we're pleased to have. Proctors is a strong ongoing partner. Union College is a strong partnership, and there are many others. So again, something we feel very good about is making these connections, working together with these organizations, and I think to everyone's satisfaction. So, you think of a farmer's market, and many times you think of, well, these are a bunch of people that like to eat healthy, they want local food, so on and so forth. You don't really think of it as an economic engine. Well, the reality is it is a very, very significant economic engine. So if I could read my own slides, someone made these bullets a little too small, which would be me. We average about 2,500 customers every week. Every Sunday over the course of the year. It varies from indoor to outdoor, about 25 customers. If you do the math, that in the 5 years we've been in existence, that's over 500,000 people. These are 500,000 people, most of which, I would say, would not have come to downtown Schenectady on a Sunday. So this is a big, big number. We're very pleased to have that. Some relatively conservative estimates on how much revenue that generates. It's about $2.5 million. So that's also quite a substantial figure. We've also heard that we've been responsible for encouraging other businesses and organizations to come to downtown Schenectady. Mexican Radio in particular has acknowledged the fact that Schenectady Greenmarket was a key factor in them choosing Schenectady over other locations. Even though we've only been in existence for 5+ years now, not as long as some of the other markets, we've already been voted the second most popular market in the Capital District, second to the Troy market, which is a far more established market. So again, quite an accomplishment. We don't view the other markets as competition, but they are benchmarks that we can work off of. I have a business on J Street. I've been on J Street for a long time. J Street, all the businesses on J Street never used to be open on Sunday. Now all the businesses are open on Sunday. Many of them say it's the best day of the week. So that, again, is a striking difference, and that's all attributed to the green market. We're also a business incubator. We have a number of vendors, first-time businesses. They begin a business, they begin at the market selling something, and many of them have gone on to other things. They're selling their products in the co-op. Some of them actually left us because they've become too busy doing other things. The success of the market has really helped them a long way. This whole concept of a community builder, it's a little less tangible to quantify, but clearly the more you can bind a community together, make people feel good about their community, has long-term payoffs for you. So in my opinion, if you look dollar for dollar in terms of the investment that's been made in terms of public dollars into the Schenectady Green Market, I would argue that it's probably one of the most cost-effective initiatives that's happened in downtown Schenectady, and there's been many, many good ones over the last several years. It's really, I think we've really been able to accomplish a lot, both economically and community building wise. And wrapping up, so what our future plans are, well, we're still working on that, but the primary goal is we're going to continue with our same mission, same plan. We obviously want to do things better. We're always looking to improve our process. Doesn't mean we're necessarily going to grow. We're not. There is a cap to the size that we want to achieve. But we're going to build off of our core mission. We have some short-term plans this summer to begin farm tours, another way to just educate folks about local farmers and products. Internally, we want to ensure that we have long-term sustainability as an organization. So we have to work towards that. We're well on the way there. And our mindset is that we will recognize what other farmers and markets are doing, but our goal is not to mirror them. Our goal is not to follow what they're doing, but really decide what we want to do and possibly lead the way to things that have not been done before. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. We commend you.